Yo, what's up? The guys over at TheKitPlug were kind enough to send me some kits to use, and I'll have those linked in the description. Today, we're making a track like Smokepurpp. I'm aiming for a sound that's kind of like a mix between What I Please and Audi. Smokepurpp, real name
Omar Jeffrey Pinheiro,
is a rapper and producer born in Chicago, Illinois, but raised in Miami Gardens, Florida. Smokepurpp began his music journey when he was about 15 years old, just making beats as a hobby. But after some time, he realized that no one was buying his beats.
I was making beats, trash ass beats, and they knew me in school for the nigga with the trash beats. I swear to God.
He didn't want them to go to waste, so he decided to rap over them, really channeling a sound similar to his idols, Chief Keef and Young Thug. The second song he ever put on SoundCloud was called Live Off a Lick, with a certain special guest that you've probably never heard of before named XXXTentacion. He's kind of a small underground artist. After dropping a few more songs, he released the music video for his song Ski Mask, and then after that, the numbers started going up from there. After getting a buzz in the Florida rap scene, he ended up dropping out of school his senior year. Or he was kicked out, I'm not entirely sure.
We both got kicked out of school at the same time on some weird shit.
I dropped out my senior year.
He focused all of his energy into his music, and it's fair to say that it's been working out for him. He's had multiple songs hit Billboard and has a ton of collabs with a lot of notable artists. Smokepurpp did want to change his name a couple times, thinking about changing it to Lil Water or Lil Home Invasion, but he decided to go with Smokepurpp, a name his friends gave him because when they would hang out, he would only smoke perp. Oh yeah, Lil Pump was there too.
Shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up!
Smokepurpp's songs usually have pretty short, repetitive melodies. The simpler the melody, the more things he could do with his vocals. Bells, keys, and even just ambient noise are used a lot in many of his songs. For my track, I'm actually using a loop from the TheKitPlug's VHS loop kit. I've talked about it before in a few other videos, but it's a really cool kit and it has tons of different loops for any style you're going for. For my track, I'm using this melody. I only wanted to use the first half of the melody, so I shortened it. I also pitched it up 400 cents, EQ'd the lows out, added a delay and a reverb. I also used slow-mo to give it some artificial low end. You can get the same effect if you're using gross beat or halftime if you have those. I also recorded the loop in Edison and then pitched it up an octave and then layered it with the first loop. The drums needed to hit hard with some crispy hi-hats and distorted 808s for that classic SoundCloud Broward County sound.
I'm in the ghetto.
And in a lot of his songs, his beats tend to use claps in place of snares. There's also use of open hi-hats and cymbals, usually used to start each bar. Luckily, TheKitPlug has the perfect kit for this style of music called the Portal Drum Kit. All of the drums in my track will be coming from that kit, and at the time of making this video, it's on TheKitPlug's free download section of their website. I'll have all the links for it in the description. So here's a hi-hat pattern I used. And then I stack the layers of another hi-hat for other sections of the beat. And finally, here's the kick and the 808s. I didn't add any effects to the kicks or 808 either, that's its natural sound. The only thing I added was a little bit of sidechain on the 808 to the kick.
Don't sidechain shit, bro.
And here's the drums all together. Alright, so let's get into his lyrics. Smokepurpp tends to keep his raps more on the ignorant side of hip-hop. Lots of bars about guns, drugs, girls, cars, lions, tigers, bears, oh my. I've also noticed in a few tracks he likes to rhyme words like rocket and pocket a lot, so I'm gonna be doing that in my track. He likes to use the staple modern hip-hop flows like the triplet flow, and then he sticks with it for majority of the track. You also gotta throw in some ad-libs like the ooh, ay, yeah, bitch, stuff like that. To be honest, I just watched this video on the ad-libs he uses in his songs. When I was working on this track, I also wanted to mix it up a little bit with my lyrics, so I decided to open up a random word generator and just rhyme the first few words I saw. Partake, glib, flagrant, run, and fling. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what glib meant, so I had to look it up.
Fluent and voluble but insincere and shallow.
Okay, cool, I could work with that. I do recommend doing this as an exercise if you want to work on your lyrics. Real talk, I really commend Smokepurpp's versatility as an artist. After listening to a bunch of his songs, I didn't notice how he could switch up his sound, his voice, his flow. He's kind of like a hip-hop chameleon in a way. And on top of that, he's got a really good ear for beat selection. Songs like Audi, Do Not Disturb, Stevie, and What I Please are just some of my favorite instrumentals from his music. That's pretty much it. Remember to drink some water. Your bullshit, I will not partake. I take a bitch and take her on a date. She want a whip, but I got her some skates. All you fake niggas, I cannot relate. Your bullshit, I will not partake. I take a bitch and take her on a date. She want a whip, but I got her some skates. All you fake niggas, I cannot relate. She swallow all of my kids. Sweet talking me, but she sounded too glib. Pull up on me and you know what it is. I'm getting hot, I burn you like a cig. You act like a child, face it. Christian Dior on my body, you basic. See how you moving, you foul, you flagrant. I stop him out and leave him on the pavement. I reach for my pocket, boy, you better run. I pull out a rocket, it's not just a gun. I pull back and cock it, he finna be done. If you want the smoke, put this in his lungs. She thought she was special, but she just a fling. She talking to me about getting a ring, but all of my diamonds, they glisten and bling. If you not the money, you don't mean a thing. Your bullshit, I will not partake. I take a bitch and take her on a date. She want a whip, but I got her some skates. All you fake niggas, I cannot relate. Your bullshit, I will not partake. I take a bitch and take her on a date. She want a whip, but I got her some skates. All you fake niggas, I cannot relate.